Hey guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews, and we have something super cool to take a look at today. Not like an actual review or anything. This is just something I've wanted to get my hands on for a very long time, was a Prehistoric Pat repaint. If you are not familiar with Prehistoric Pat and who he is, here's a little taste of some of his incredible dinosaur toy photography. He is quite possibly the greatest dinosaur toy photographer in existence today. His images are so unreasonably realistic and absolutely gorgeous. Every single image I have ever seen him take is nothing short of a masterpiece. But something that many people may or may not know unless you follow him on Instagram is the fact that he's actually an extremely good artist when it comes to painting dinosaurs as well, and he's consistently putting up different repaints that I think look unbelievable on his Etsy shop, and I've always wanted to get a hold of one to add to my collection. I feel like my collection just isn't complete without one of the Prehistoric Pat repaints in it, and I now have officially done that. I have purchased a repaint from him, and I can't wait to break it out of the box right now, take a look at it with you guys. You can see a really cool Prehistoric Pat image up here, a nice little sticker with the reborn Tyrannosaurus Rex right there. I believe that's who that is, kind of creeping down, looking incredibly awesome. Nothing else, of course, on the box, so we're going to open the box up. So we officially have the box open up, and I've got something here falling out of the box, so we'll move this back just a hair out of the way. So we had basically the receipt for my purchase, as well as a beautiful, get out of the way, box, beautiful image that he has taken here of the Papo-Spinosaurus with a PNSO Spinosaurus there on top of the head of the Spino. And we've also got some, what looks to be some crocodiles and stuff down here, or at least one I can make out. And again, this is exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to Prehistoric Pat. His dinosaur toy photography is just unbelievable, just so much better than pretty much anybody else that I can think of. And then we also have, that's actually really neat, it's kind of like a little card here, because on the back here we of course have the Prehistoric Pat photography, but we also have some information on the Spinosaurus itself, as well as the skull right there, a silhouette of the skull, a silhouette of the dinosaur, and a comparison with a human being. That's really neat. I love how professional this is. Definitely an awesome thing to be included in here that I'm really happy to actually have to add to my collection as well. And just move the box out of the way. We've got a ton of bubble wrap, of course. And then here we go. Finally got the figure within view, sort of. Kind of. Maybe. Got to unravel it a little bit here. Well, a little bit more than a little bit. There we go. And we have officially unveiled the figure. And look at that. Absolutely beautiful Schleich Spinosaurus repaint, if I can get my camera in a good spot. And this again was something that I've wanted for so long, was some sort of a repaint from Prehistoric Pat, just to get a good idea of how good the stuff looks in hand. Because again, you see the images on his Etsy shop, and his images are always so good, but he's also a professional photographer. So you always wonder, of course the figures are going to look awesome in his, images because he's a professional photographer, but how good will they look in hand? And wow, am I ever absolutely blown away by how beautiful this is. This is just gorgeous. Of course, being the Spinosaurus from Schleich, you've got a nice articulated jaw right there. So let's go ahead and take a quick closer look at this so you can get a better idea of just how nice it looks in a pretty good light. And I feel like once you get the closer look, you can really see how nice his paintwork is. Man, he does a great job. The tones of color used on this were immediately something that drew me to the Spinosaurus, because I love greens on Spinosaurus. So I always think it looks so nice and so natural. And the usage here of the light oranges and yellows and stuff up here on the sail was just another thing that I'm really a big fan of when it comes to dinosaurs, would be any type of an orange or yellow tone used on them, because I always think it looks so cool. And overall, I felt like the design that he had come up with, again, as far as the way we just have the splotchy yellow and oranges up here in the sail, was so cool, so unique, and not something you often see when it comes to the coloration of a Spinosaurus sail. And that, again, I thought just looks so flashy but so awesome. And then the greenish tones again really drew me in, but you can see quite a bit of difference in the tones of color used here in the face of the Spinosaurus. He definitely has applied some nice washes, it looks like, to the figure. Also some nice light dry brushing, really making sure that his paint job highlights every ounce of detail on the figure. Gorgeous paintwork up here on the top of the head, as well as he's painted the top of the head and the crest with a pretty dark red, but then kind of lightly dry brushed some of the crest here out a little bit, really highlighting the crest as well. And then we've got the inside of the mouth painted with a nice purple. Also includes a nice dark wash in there that also has a gloss coat to it. Look at how beautiful that looks. Of course, all of the teeth are very nicely and very precisely painted, honestly making the Schleich Spinosaurus look so much better than it originally did. And you can see as you move down the course of the figure, we have a nice super smooth transition to a lighter green for the underside, and every scale on this is so nicely highlighted with a very dark green, it looks like, as far as the wash used. He has definitely perfected his craft and really nicely painted this one up. You can see some more nice light dry brushing, as well as some darker greens kind of striping down here along the side of the dinosaur. As we move through the course of the figure again, you can see how that nice dark wash has perfectly highlighted every ounce of detail on the sculpt of this Spinosaurus, and his paintwork is so smooth. Like, you can see the nice stripes and everything. Like, it's very easy to make that look unnatural, make it look like paint on a figure, but that is not the case. This is just beautifully painted, and every ounce of the coloration of this Spinosaurus looks like natural body color, which again is a huge compliment, I think, to just how good of a job he does when it comes to his repaints. Take a look at the opposing side. Again, nice, very precise paintwork, looking exactly like it did on the initial side. I absolutely love the coloration. You can even see like some light hints of browns, real subtle variations of browns in the face of the Spinosaurus. Man, when you order a repaint from Prehistoric Pat, you are getting a masterpiece. That is definitely, undoubtedly, a fact. You can see how nice he's highlighted all of the scales and everything up here in the sail as well. I am honestly flabbergasted by how nice this is. The nails are also beautifully painted with a black. Again, the paintwork is just so lifelike. It's pretty much exactly what I would like to see on a Spinosaurus. So I can't even begin to tell you guys how happy I am to have a Prehistoric Pat repaint here in my collection. So psyched. Definitely an unbelievably awesome repaint of a really nice model. I've always been a big fan of this Spinosaurus from Schleich, and to have one with such a nice paint job on it is honestly incredible. So much better than the original version from Schleich. So again, make sure you guys check the link that I will include in the description to Prehistoric Pat's social media accounts and keep up to date with everything going on with him, because you can stay up to date on any time he lists new repaints, which he often does. He may actually still have some currently listed for sale on his Etsy shop. I will include a link in the description to his Etsy shop as well for you to check out. Head on over there and maybe you can pick yourself up some of his absolutely unbelievable repainted dinosaurs. So make sure you guys do all of that. Make sure you follow Prehistoric Pat again on his social media accounts, and make sure you also like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next review. Thanks for watching.